If you're not standing yet and you're able to, please do as I welcome the mayor of the city of Corona to do the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for our national anthem sung by Troy Clark. Mayor?
Well, they called me up, now I can stand. All right, here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I can't even imagine. I know my voice wouldn't be like that, so glad I was here tonight. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm going to invite Dean Safe to the stage to welcome and thank some of our 2023 partners. So if you're an executive partner from 2023 or a business partner of 2023, I need you to line up over here on this side. And either Robert or Anthony are going to help you with the plaques over here. We're going to call you on stage. We just want you to understand, we want the community here to understand and appreciate all the support that we get. I don't think they're here, but I definitely want to acknowledge them. Advanced Flow Engineering, AFE Power, Altura Credit Union, Citrus Valley Medical Associates, or better known as the Mighty Docs, the City of Corona, Corona Norco Unified School District, Corona Regional Medical Center, Creative by Design, DFI Insurance, Do It American Manufacturing Company, Eagle Glen Golf Club, Express Employment Professionals, Jim Dorsey Commercial Photography, Kaiser Permanente, Karen Spiegel, Riverside County Supervisor, On-Site Computing, Riverside County Economic Development, Riverside Medical Clinic, Robertson's Ready Mix, Southern California Gas Company, UFC Gym, Vulcan Materials Company, and Waste Management. If you all come up on stage now, we'll get one cheesy big shot. While they're getting ready for this picture, I did want to introduce my incredible staff. Desiree Ramirez, and I have no idea where she's at, but she's handling everything. She's all the way in the back, Vice President of Operations. Thank you, Desiree. Robert Yanez is a good-looking guy with the same haircut as John Wygant. Anthony Maldonado is also over here. Betty Sheeran greeted you at the front door for registration, as well as Alejandra Escato and Rachel Gardia. And Kaylee Coleman is brand new to us, and she's right down here in front, handles the social media. Let's give a round of applause to our staff, if you could. As they're doing those photos, I'm going to continue on because I want the time for the awardees to be able to come up and say their moments here. I'd like to thank TJ Jackson and his team from Rhythm Tech Productions, the team here at Eagle Glen, Kevin Hawk and Raul Tovar, and their incredible team here. It's amazing. Michael is our captain tonight. He's making sure everything is handled. Our photographers, Grant from Romancia Photography, and he's got his assistant here. I want to thank everyone because we could not have done this without their support. So as they're taking photos, I do want you to look at the screen. These are the incredible businesses that sponsored our event tonight. You can just give them a big round of applause and a big shout out. As soon as we're done with these photos, I'd like you to cue up the video, but don't show it yet because I want to make sure that it's done. So as they're still taking photos, I just want to say dinner will begin shortly. Please start eating your salad. They'll be clearing those and then they'll be dropping off the food to you. I want to thank Dean for his unwavering support to serve not just one time, but twice as the board chair. He stepped up when we really needed the help. He took a lot of time, and his business is CarStar All-Star Collision, and so his team was driven for success, and he lived each day with enthusiasm and commitment. We really appreciate Dean. And at this time, give me just 1 second when we're done with these photos, we're going to roll a quick video. So if I could have everyone quiet down, we've got a special video. This gentleman would have loved to have been here personally, but he's in Washington, D.C. taking care of business for us right now. Please welcome the Honorable Congressman Ken Calvert.
Good evening and greetings from Washington, D.C. I'm sorry I can't be with you this evening. While I wish I could be there with you, I am happy to report that progress is being made on a number of important priorities here in Washington. As a lifelong Corona resident, former small business owner, and past chairman of the Corona Chamber of Commerce, I know how hard everyone in this room works to make our community what it is today. You are the economic engine of Corona. Without jobs, without goods and services, our city simply wouldn't exist. So I'm thrilled that you're gathered tonight to commemorate the critical role you play in our city. I want to congratulate all of the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, Jim Gore, John O'Doherty, Ray Russell, and Sandy Klein. I'm thrilled that your leadership and years of invaluable contributions to Corona are being celebrated tonight. I also want to recognize all of the businesses being honored tonight. I want to specifically highlight NSWC Corona Division Tech Bridge, which is receiving the Innovative Business of the Year Award. The Tech Bridge is a wonderful example of true public-private partnership. By taking new technologies developed at Norco Navy Base and finding commercial applications for them. We are finding new ways to leverage our taxpayer investments and deliver capability to the warfighter. For all the retiring board members, including my good friend Eugene Montanez, thank you for your time and dedication to the Corona Chamber of Commerce. I hope you enjoy your newfound free time. And finally, I want to thank another good friend, Dean Safe, for serving as the chair of the board over the past year. Your positive outlook and tireless efforts on behalf of the Chamber are deeply appreciated. I'm also excited to welcome Dr. Anthony Peritano as the new incoming chair. We're excited to have you serve as the voice of the business in our community. Congratulations again to all the award recipients. I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you back home in Corona very soon.
Let's give it up for our Congressman. Thank you so much. I would like to also introduce some other elected officials that actually carved out their schedule to be here tonight. The Honorable State Senator Kelly Ciarto. The Honorable Riverside County Supervisor District 2, Karen Spiegel. The Honorable Mayor of the City of Corona, Tom Richens. The Honorable Council Member from the City of Norco, Kevin Bash. President of the Corona Norco Unified School District, Chris Rahagi. Vice President of the Corona Norco Unified School District, Stacy Nicola. Board of Trustee for the Corona Norco Unified School District, Bill Pollock. Superintendent of Schools for Corona Norco Unified School District. They should have their own zip code. They have 53,000 students that they're responsible for. Dr. Sam Wainrostro. Elected to serve the Western Municipal Water District, Fazia Rizvi. Eastern Municipal Water District, Bill Pauley. Let's give the round of applause to all the elected officials. So at this time, we're going to jump right into honoring 4 incredible individuals. And I want to make sure that we have time to do this properly. Dr. Peritano, I'd love for you to join us up here. Dean's already up here. And we're going to have Paul Binder-Badesha actually start off with explaining all about our Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, about what the award is, and then why each one was doing that. So please welcome former chair for the Board of Directors, Paul Binder-Badesha.
Good evening, lovelies. It's my thrill to introduce our 4 deserving honorees. The Lifetime Achievement Award identifies a leader whose long-term active engagement of at least 20 years in Corona has had a significant economic and social impact, from creating jobs and employing people to improving the lives of thousands of community residents. Moreover, this award, wish there was a reward as well, recognizes contributions, thank you Bobby, over the entirety of a career and the huge impact left by our honoree for future generations.
I have all the elected officials that we introduced earlier to please come on stage to help make these presentations. If your name was mentioned, please come up front. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Our first honoree is Jim Gore. Jim has worked in the mining industry for the past 48 years and has been with Vulcan Materials Company for the last 23. Jim has learned all aspects of the industry, and permitting has become his passion. Permitting. I can see how he seduced Shelley Gore now. As a nominee said, Jim is a huge teddy bear. He looks like he would be a rough, tough dude, but he is perhaps the kindest and most caring person I know. Jim comes from a family with a history of serving in the military. He and his brother Bobby served in the Army's 173rd Airborne Division during Vietnam. Their father served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. My favorite experience with Jim was laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier 2 years ago when I was chair. Jim is dedicated to ensuring that we remember the sacrifices made by our servicemen and women and volunteers tirelessly for Riverside National Cemetery. Jim has served the Corona Chamber Board of Directors for 9 years, representing us in the legislative summits at Sacramento and Washington, D.C., lobbying for both businesses and veterans. Thank you, Jim, and congratulations.
I'd like to start off with thanking the Chamber for the recognition. I started this job 48 years ago as a summer job, and I told them once I figured out what I wanted to do, I was going to quit. I still love what I do, and I still enjoy the challenge. And like I said, I've been doing it for 48 years. One of the greatest challenges has been working in the city of Corona. I'd like to thank my family for being here and all the support they've offered me. I'd like to thank Vulcan for the support that they've given me as well. So thank you.
We also want to thank his lovely wife because it's her birthday today, so we'd like to do a happy birthday to Shelley. She's 21 plus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shelley. Happy birthday to you.
And thank you to the chamber.
They call men like Jim the salt of the earth. Our next honoree is Sandy Klein, the most beautiful of the four. Right? I don't think any of the men will argue with that. Sandy has been a top producer in the competitive real estate business for over 30 years, receiving numerous awards and accolades. Her dedication and commitment to her clients has established huge loyalty, resulting in continuous referrals. She dedicates most of her spare time to volunteering in organizations, including the Corona Police Community Partnership and Circle City Rotary Club. Sandy also served on the Corona Chamber Board for 9 years and was chair of the Executive Leadership Roundtable. Amongst her awards, Sandy has received the Boy Scout Citizen of the Year Award, the Ira D. Calvert Distinguished Service Award from the Corona Norco Family YMCA, and the first Realtor of the Year Award from TIGA, the Inland Gateway Association of Realtors. So that's all work. So I asked a friend of Sandy's today for a fun fact about her. So apparently being born in Bakersfield is not something people admit to here, but that's a fun fact. And the second fun fact is that Sandy once impersonated being a member of the FBI and got away with it. So if you all want to meet Sandy, she's an absolute delight. Sandy Klein, come on up.
Well, I want to thank the Chamber for giving me this award while I can still appreciate it. I'm still around. Being a realtor with RE/MAX Partners now has given me the opportunity to be able to volunteer for different organizations, which I totally love. Started with the Chamber, actually, when I started in real estate 34 years ago. And the Chamber's been good to me. I think it's good for all of you. I know most of you in the room, I think, and consider you my friends. But it's also given me the opportunity to volunteer with, as she said, Circle City Rotary, Corona Police Community Partnership, and Peppermint Ridge Board. And I love all of them, but I really want to thank my husband of 44 years, Steve Klein, for putting up with me through all of this. So thanks again.
Please, one photo before you go.
Our next Lifetime Achievement recipient is John O'Doherty.
Husband?
In 1984, John and his family moved from Ireland, from across my way, to build the world's largest cheese manufacturing plant in Corona. Anybody remember the Golden Cheese Factory? The $100 million project in those days was completed on time and under budget. John acquired ownership of Pettit Engineering Architecture and Corona Constructors in 1990, and he continues to provide design and build services to his clients near and far. He is the go-to person for owners or managers of commercial, industrial, and manufacturing facilities looking to expand. His knowledge and expertise are unique qualities that are sought after by many. John is a 3-time past president of Corona Host Lions. He donates to many non-profit organizations and is on the board of Corona Heritage Park and Museum. John served as the Corona Chamber's board chair in 2002. John is also a keen runner. He's completed more than 15 marathons. Yeah, where are you? Slim. And is often seen jogging along the streets of Corona. You won't be running into me, John. Congratulations, John.
Oh, well, it's been a while since I've been up here. I would like to thank the Chamber very much for this a very honourable award. I'm not sure I deserve it, but I'm taking it. Very quickly, almost 40 years ago, this month, around about 40 years ago, I was supposed to go to Nigeria with my young family at the time, and my wife Veronica. We weren't really looking forward to it, but that was the job. And then I got lucky. There was a military coup in Nigeria, and the project was cancelled. A few months later, the Golden Cheese project in California got off the ground, and I got lucky enough to be moved westwards to Corona. The first day I came to Corona, I met my dearest friend for 40 years thereafter, Herb Spiegel, whom some of you know. And Herb literally adopted me, took me everywhere, introduced me to everybody, invited us to every function. In no time we were not strangers anymore. And so that here we are, 40 years down the road. I don't want to take too much time, but I also am here tonight representing Corona Heritage Park and Museum. And I've got to tell you a quick little story for those of you who are not old enough to remember what was called then the Victoria Hotel on East 6th Street. This is a beautiful story about the history of Corona. Back in 120 years ago, 1904, the city council asked this lovely lady, Ida Bell Fraser, if she would build a hotel in Corona. She said yes, and the city loaned her the money. She got the plans done, and she had that hotel built within, I'd say, 6 to 9 months. It became the social center of Corona, changed name many times. It was the Hotel Del Rey when it was first built. Changed name many times and ended up as the Victoria Hotel on 6th Street. In 1998, the hotel was somewhat run down, and there was a proposal to demolish it. And then another eminent, superb lady by the name of Marla Benson, who is known to many of you, Marla. Are you over there, Marla? Stand up. Can you? Marla was a member of the Corona Historical Preservation Society. She campaigned against this hotel being demolished, and finally the city of Corona said, okay, Marla, we won't demolish it, you can have it, but you better get it out of that site. Marla put together a team of people, went down there, took the hotel apart piece by piece, and stored it in 5 huge containers. And shortly afterwards, she founded the Corona Heritage Park and Museum in South Corona, and she moved those 5 containers down to the park. Now I am privileged to be on her board and assisting her, and we are about very close to pulling the permit to re-erect this beautiful piece of Corona history in South Corona. That said, it's going to cost more than it cost the first day. So we'll be looking to all of you good people for help in financing this project, which is one of my goals before I hang up my boots. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Love that Irish brogue, right? He's going to be a very popular man. Everybody will be copying your accent next month. That's amazing history, and we will have pamphlets on the Heritage Park as you leave today. Thank you, and congratulations, John. Our next honoree is Ray Russell. Ray Russell founded Phoenix Technology 51 years ago as a young firefighter along with his friend Ronnie Coleman. Since then, Phoenix has expanded to become a global manufacturer of high-quality safety products used by firefighters and first responders throughout the world. Ray grew up in Corona, and fun fact, his father, Johnny Russell, served as the top-paid executive for the Corona Chamber. He had a vision for a larger footprint and actually secured the property and building in which this chamber is housed today on 6th Street. Ray served in the US Army and was in the fire service for 50 years, earning 2 Medals of Valor. Ray serves our community in many ways. He is active in the Elks, Corona Rotary, and many others. He has donated generously to needy children, veterans, and people experiencing homelessness without expecting any recognition or acknowledgement. My personal connection to Ray is that Ray and his daughter Nicole gave me an opportunity to help them fill their orders 13 years ago as I was crawling my way out of the depths of the Great Recession. I will never forget that. And then they introduced me to another manufacturing company that became a client. I call him my secret boyfriend, but we vowed that we wouldn't tell my husband about it. But he just has a heart of gold, and he does so much for all of us. Thank you for all you do. Congratulations, Ray.
I'm glad you kept that a secret. In my 83 years of life, I've had many experiences, some really good, some not so good. When I was a senior in high school, my father became the Chamber of Commerce manager in Corona. And at one of these banquets, he was presented with the coveted Citizen of the Year award. He didn't know he was getting it, they fooled him. And he had to give an extemporaneous acceptance speech. And in that speech, I remember he pointed out that for a community to grow and prosper, there had to be a strong Chamber of Commerce. And they had to have good leadership and a strong commitment from the members. And we have that in Corona today. In the Army, I learned patriotism, discipline, and teamwork. In the fire service, which I took all that with me to the fire service, by the way, in the fire service, we had a code of conduct. Our job was to protect lives and property, and that had many, many aspects. I've been retired for 12 years, and I still live by that code. My company started in 1972, and today we're flourishing, and I think it's because of the people that are part of that company who are the greatest. And they're all committed to protection of firefighters and the safety of firefighters. There's 2 things that you need to have around you as you get older. I know because I'm older. One is a strong, loving, supportive family. And they're with me tonight. Including my great-grandson. The other is to have good friends and associates. And in this audience tonight, there are several of you. And you know who you are, and I really appreciate both groups. As for this award, I find it hard to find the words to express my gratitude. So I'll just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Corona Chamber of Commerce, you're the greatest.
We love you, Ray. Congratulations to all our four honorees on a lifetime of achievement. We applaud you for your commitment and dedication to our community whilst running successful businesses. Between the four of them, they have created thousands of jobs, and their legacy will live on through future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul Bender. Great job, and you kept us on time, so that is awesome. I believe the video is ready to roll. You heard a little bit from the congressman. I want to talk a little bit about a gentleman that was captain here at the Navy base, the Corona Division, and now he's an admiral with the U.S. Navy. Please roll Admiral Verhaeg's video.
Good evening, Corona Chamber. For those that I haven't met, my name is Rear Admiral Eric Verhaeg. Although assigned at the Washington Navy Yard as a former commanding officer of NSWC Corona, I am a proud alumnus of this outstanding community and a huge supporter of the Inland Empire. I wish I was there with you. Mr. Spiegel, Bobby, thank you, my friend, for your tireless work as Chamber CEO and President. And thank you for your efforts tonight to celebrate a number of outstanding community leaders and organizations, and also to mark the passing of the Corona Chamber Chairman's baton from one civic-minded patriot to another. I hope you all have a fantastic time, and I appreciate the opportunity to say a few words. Mr. Dean Safe, thank you for all your leadership and for your long leadership in this community and for completing a second stint as chairman. To Dean's bride, Shannon, thank you as well for your support and maybe even your indulgence of Dean's civic service. Lots of meetings, lunches, social events, phone calls, car trips, and frequent flyer miles over the years. This is a family commitment for sure, and I know Dean appreciates your support of his service to this community, as we all are, I might add. Dean, you've been a partner and collaborator for me, a sterling example, and a tireless advocate for the Corona Chamber and this community. Dr. Piritano, Dr. P, as they say in our Navy, welcome aboard. You have a wonderful reputation. Thanks in advance for all that you will do to serve your members and this amazing community. I had the chance to visit NSWC Corona in late December. It was a wonderful opportunity to reconnect with old colleagues and to see the significant progress the command has made in the years since I left. And also to talk about the command's increasing relevance and the impact that they're having both nationally and around the globe. So well done and congratulations to Captain Mike Iena, Ms. Diane Koslow, Troy Clark, and many others for their strong leadership over the years and the many wins the command has had. And thank you in particular to the almost 2,000 government scientists, engineers, and technicians who work tirelessly to make our Navy the best on the planet. And they do that with another 2,000 contractors scattered around the country. With their talent, these individuals could work anywhere. They chose to serve or support the United States Navy. In a word, awesome. Today, as it was during my time living on Driving Range Road, just a block or two away from where you are gathered, the advocacy, partnership, and support of this chamber, this community, and the many outstanding leaders in the room tonight, it's a force multiplier for NSWC Corona as they execute their mission. One of the most exciting discussions during my recent visit with Troy was with Troy and the NSWC Corona and Riverside Community College District Inland Empire Technology Bridge Spaces. I was impressed with Troy's vision, the progress made, and the scope of his ambition. For those that do not know, under the leadership of the Office of Naval Research, labs like NSWC Corona and partners like the Riverside Community College District, there are 18 regional tech bridges nationally and in the United Kingdom. This connected network of innovation hubs enhances collaboration between naval labs, industry, academia, and other military organizations. Technology bridges serve as technology scouts, as local networking hubs, and connection points to naval warfare centers and labs. They bring together the best possible technology to the table for consideration as we work to solve hard problems. Technology bridges are all about growing and sustaining our network and harnessing the intellectual talent, creativity, and innovative spirit that is resident in students, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and civic-minded leaders like you. Problem solving is in your DNA. And from the strong example set by this Chamber of Commerce and the Inland Empire Technology Bridge, we know that with vision, leadership, and purposeful partnership, we can generate win-win outcomes for our communities, our Navy, and our nation. This mindset, this approach, it's happening in Corona, in Norco, in Eastvale, in Riverside, in Jurupa Valley, and beyond. It's working, and it's contagious. From my discussions with Troy, my sense is the Inland Empire brand is increasingly synonymous with Innovation Empire. While I'm excited to see all the progress you've made as a community, I'm even more excited about where you will go together in the future. Congratulations to all of tonight's awardees. Well done to Troy Clark, RCC District, and all Inland Empire Technology Bridge partners. Congratulations to Dean Safe for a job well done, and best wishes to Dr. Anthony Piritano as he assumes the mantle of leadership. And lastly, thank you all for your strong support of NSWC Corona and the United States Navy. I wish you continued success and a great rest of your evening. For Haig out.
Dinner is being served right now. We're going to continue with a couple of things per our schedule here. We're going to now acknowledge some individuals that are leaving our board of directors. I just want to share that there are 6 board members that are leaving our board. I want to thank them publicly for their time, their talent, and their treasures. It is those 3 T's, and it's getting more difficult because of caller ID when they see my name pop up on their phone. They know that I'm really just focused on the treasures. But each of these people have gone above and beyond, and I'm so honored to have worked with them as their volunteers, representing each and every one of you. Coming into a board meeting, they have to make decisions that sometimes don't align with what their company would do, but they know that it's the betterment of the business community. So at this time, I'd like to have Dean come up, and Dr. Piritano, if you would come up. And I want to acknowledge these people and have them come up on stage. They're tremendous leaders in their field. We will miss their dialogue, input, questions, vision, and commitment. The first slide that we have up there there we go. These 2 individuals, unfortunately, could not be with us tonight, but I do want to acknowledge their commitment to our chamber. Jesse Ramirez and Dr. Prab Gruel. Let's give them a round of applause. The next 2 that we'd like to acknowledge is Mike Karashi with Aladdin Cleaning, and he is 9+ years on our board of directors. And Jim Gore, who was honored earlier but needs to come up now as a retiring board member, 9+ years.
Well, good evening. Thank you very much for those kind words, Bobby. I remember when I first started my business, my mentor asked me, "Are you a chamber member?" I said, "No." He said, "Go right to the chamber and join as a member," and I've never looked back. And then I became an ambassador and then on the board of directors. The best part of being on the board that I really, really love is that I happen to help a lot of businesses to grow, and if they have any issues, concerns, I'd love to help them. So much so that after 9 years or so, I decided to put all that help to help the young entrepreneurs and the ones who are struggling to grow in the form of a book. And I published a book back in March called Successful Entrepreneurship, which is being sold on Amazon. And that is all because board gave me the opportunity. And the reason for me to start my own business was God blessed us with triplets. while I was with Boeing doing my aerospace thingy, traveling all around the world. And when the triplets were born, one day I was going on a trip and my wife looked at me. She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to London." She said, "No more." So I knew that was the decisive factor. So I got into my business because of these triplets. These are my two boys. My girl was not able to make it. And I'm very happy to tell you that this young man, who just turned 19, joined the Air Force. And this young man on my right is pursuing his medicine career. And my daughter, who I call a ringleader, she wants to become an attorney. So, so with that, thank you very much again. Although I will not be on the board, but you will always see me around. I'm here to help. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say that it's been an honor to be on the board for 9 years. You know, I've met a lot of the people here in this room and developed a lot of friendships along the way. It gave me an opportunity to be a part of the community that I work in, and that's been super special for me. And so I'll keep it short and say thank you to the board, and my replacement, Barb Goodrich, is going to be a great asset for the board. Thank you.
If we could get the next slide up, I want to talk real quick about two individuals. Leah Peterson is with the Southern California Gas Company. She has served on our board for 18 plus years. And not just our chamber, but many other chambers. There isn't much that's done throughout Southern California without her fingerprints all over it. And the other person that I want to bring up is a dear friend of mine that I went to high school with. And I want to publicly apologize for all the materials that we sent out. Somehow we avoided putting his name and his time of retiring from our board. And I publicly apologize to Eugene and to Paula, and I hope all of you will accept my apology, because if we would have publicized that he was being honored, we would have sold out 2 months ago instead of just 3 weeks ago. But Eugene served 4 years on our board. Prior to that, though, he was a great advocate for businesses because he served 16 years volunteering on the city council, serving as mayor numerous times, and 8 years before being elected to the city council, he served 8 years on the planning commission. You can thank Eugene and a team of visionaries from years back because we have the type of business community that we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Leah Peterson and Eugene Montanez.
Good evening, beautiful people of Corona. I cannot thank you for all the years that I've had the opportunity to be able to serve on the board and get to know this community so thoroughly. You are a tight-knit group. I have been, during the downturn in 2008, you all clung and hung on and you made it through that downturn. And then things came back. You started making money again. Things started working out. People were getting settled. And then, of course, the COVID that we will never forget shutdown occurred. And you all survived that. You kept each other going through that. So all of these years has been a real eye-opening experience for me to learn how tough, how resilient, and how tight this community is. So it's been my great honor to be able to serve, and it is my sadness that I am no longer on your board, to be able to see how you develop in the future. So thank you all very much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It has been fun being on the chamber board. Some of you may have noticed we sold our business a couple years ago almost now, and we have been, somewhat distracted with traveling. But now Bob's going to have to apologize to Paula because I'm going to be home more. But, you know, we sold the business. Our son didn't want to take over the business, so we sold it. And for those of you who don't know, he's a police sergeant here in Corona. And I don't know where he gets it. I'm sure it's mom, where he's also an attorney. So if anybody needs personal injury attorney services, give us a call, give Bobby a call, and Montanez U injury attorneys. So get a shameless plug in there for him. Thank you.
So dinner is almost all the way out, but we have one more thing to take care of. So I would like to make sure that the elected officials, if you could come forward again. Anthony, if you'll stay up here, and Dean, stay up here. Dean, your theme was driven for success, utilizing your talent in delegating and getting others to rise to the occasion. Your wisdom and passion to help others is simply amazing. Your dedication to our chamber, serving this past year a second time because we needed to fill a void. And you truly provided a tremendous insight, leadership, and focus. Building a stronger community, it takes a village. We traveled to Sacramento. We met with decision makers, elected officials, and influential partners. Our trip was successful in every aspect. We did not look at a Democrat or a Republican, but we focused on business issues. We were there for building bridges for businesses with elected officials. In September, we worked with our nonprofit, the Corona Chamber Foundation, and hosted 2 large community patriotic events. Earlier that year, it was the Memorial Mile March. And for those that are interested in attending this year, it is Saturday, May 25th. And then in September, we took on a task because we felt very important that Patriot Day, we should remember. We should never forget the tragedy that happened on September 11th, 2001. We expanded our program and read 2,977 names of those people that were tragically perished that fateful day in 2001. It is our obligation as a chamber, as well as the foundation, to never forget. Our Good Morning Corona events had record attendance, tremendous speakers, and we welcomed over 100 new members throughout this year. The Women's Leadership Conference held its 13th consecutive event. A huge thank you to Kathy Armstrong and Sophia Brooks for chairing the event. And with their volunteer team, they excelled in providing a high-energy, quality speakers for our Women's Leadership Conference for the Riverside County. You may want to mark your calendars now for August 8th, as we'll be hosting this event again. And the chair this year is the founder of the event, the Honorable Supervisor Karen Spiegel. Our golf tournament that we had was a huge financial success, and it was chaired by Tracy Moran with United Paving. And everyone seemed to have enjoyed that day. You can mark your calendars, it'll be right here, and you notice that the day kind of cleared up as you guys all arrived here. The rain had stopped, so we can guarantee that on the golf tournament day, which will be a very hot Thursday, July 25th this year, but we will be bringing that golf tournament to you, and it will sell out quickly. Our advocacy outreach fundraiser, hosted by Tom and Diane Day at the Day Family Museum, truly added to your theme of driven for success. Please mark your calendars for October 24th, as we will repeat that event this year. And there's so much more to share about Dean and about the grand openings and the welcoming new businesses, celebrating milestone accomplishments. But at this time, if we could watch the video, and this is put together by Desiree at our office. So Dean, this is a little tribute to you.
Sun coming up over New York City.
in a traffic jam, staring at the faces in a rearview mirror, looking at the promise of the promised land. One kid dreams of fame and fortune, one kid helps pay the rent, one could end up going to prison, one just might be president. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to. We all get a chance, everybody gets to dance. Only in America, sun going down on LA freeway, newlyweds in the back of a limousine, a welder's son and a banker's daughter. All they want is everything. She came out here to be an actress, he was a singer in a band. They just might go back to Oklahoma and talk about the stars they could have been. Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to, and we all get a chance. Everybody gets to dance. Only in America. Only in America, where we dream in red, white, and blue. Only in America, where we dream as big as we want to. We all get a chance, everybody gets to dance. Only in America. Yeah, only in America. Only in America, where we dream in red, white, and blue. Yeah, we dream as big as we want to. Only in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the king of rock and roll, Dean Safe.
All right, don't get so excited. Thank you, Bobby, Chamber Board members, and Dr. Peritano. 2023 was a great year indeed for Shannon and I, our businesses, and the Corona Chamber of Commerce. We set the tone for the Chamber and our business community with our slogan, Driven for Success. You all know what driven is for, right? Yes. Right. And I'm proud to report tonight that our drive for success was apparent in Corona Chamber's services, advocacy, education, support, events, and many other services we provided for our members and the community. We truly have a unique organization in Corona Chamber of Commerce. From our visionary CEO, Bobby Spiegel, to the immense wisdom of our dedicated and diverse board, all of whom I'm proud to call my friends and mentors. And a small group of dedicated and driven for success staff who are hard at work even tonight. So please join me in applauding them, and please thank them for their hard work tonight and every day. I'm truly honored to have served this great chamber as its board chairman in 2015 and 2023. And now I'm ready to support our new leader, 2024 chairman of the board, my friend, Dr. Anthony Peritano. Thank you.
So we have a little treat. Troy, would you go ahead and take care of this?
All right, Dean. So Bobby came to me, he said, you know, can you do a special thing for Dean? So I know Dean, he's a great patriot. So I said yes, so I wrote some special lyrics to an old favorite song of mine. We want to do it for you now. Drive me to the moon and let me swerve among the stars. Let me see what driving's like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, let's take my van. In other words, that's Dean's big plan. Fill my tank with gas to bring success forevermore. This is all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, driving for success. In other words, it passes the test. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Dean. Thank you for all your service to this year. You've done a great job. I still got more to go. Great job. Always dapper. And I love your hair. I copied him. Second verse. Here we go. It gets better. Success was a plan that was the best. This was all you longed for, all you said and implored. In other words, from our rear view. In other words,
So Dean, on behalf of Congressman Ken Calvert and the Board of Directors for the Chamber of Commerce, we have this flag to present to you. And this was flown on the very last day that you were officially our board chair. And it's a certified one that says December 31st, 2023. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you. Could we roll the Vulcan video at this time? I just wanted to acknowledge Vulcan Materials Company, one of our largest sponsors tonight. Thank you for that video. So now everyone should have their dinner. Please take a couple of minutes, visit with one another, network. We're going to take about a 10 to 15 minute break. Individuals in this organization. So we're going to do this one at a time. And I'm going to have Dean start off. So Dean, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate it this time, before we go any further, I'd like to have it as quiet as possible. If you've got someone that maybe didn't hear me say that we're going to move on, kind of tap them on the shoulder, tell them to pay attention up here. I don't mind you talking when I'm up here, but Dean Safe is about to take the microphone. Thank you.
It's my absolute honor to present the 2023 Chairman's Award to my friend and fellow business owner, Kathy Armstrong. Throughout the last several years, I have seen Kathy grow and excel in our organization. Her attention to detail, combined with tenacity to achieve greatness, is equally matched by her warmth and welcoming of others. During my term, Kathy chaired the Corona Chamber Foundation, the charitable nonprofit arm of the Chamber, and the Memorial Mile March. Kathy has made a commitment to chair that same event in 2024, which will be on Saturday, May 25th. Kathy also chaired the Riverside County's Women's Leadership Conference in 2022 and 2023. Her consistency in bringing new ideas and increased support with her time, talents, and treasures made her the obvious choice for the Chairman's Award. Kathy, along with her husband John, own and operate the manufacturing company, which has taken jobs that were shipped off to China and other foreign land and brought them back to the United States. More importantly, to California, and most important, they are headquartered in Corona. They employ 55 people and celebrated 15 years of operation in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Chairman's Award winner, Kathy Armstrong.
Thank you, Dean. I really appreciate this. I just wanted to start by saying that I'm an immigrant from one of the worst places as far as how women are treated. So you can imagine how much this means to me. I moved here from Iran. I immigrated legally at the age of 15 as my family sought freedom and new opportunities. I truly appreciate everything that this country has to offer. It is my absolute honor to volunteer my time for Women's Leadership Conference as well as our veterans. That's the least I can do. Any veterans in this room? Thank you. Thank you so much. We are so lucky here with all the freedom we have. This award means so much to me, being recognized for the work I do for the community that has given me, my family, and our team at Do It American Manufacturing, Table 12, so much. Doing this work has given me opportunities to grow as a person, as well as a professional. I do also want to emphasize that it's possible to be a wife, a mom, friend, a business owner, and a volunteer. So you have that time, please volunteer. It's for the community. I'm here because of the support of so many amazing people. Again, take a look at table 12 there. Wave your hands, guys. They inspire me and push me every day to be a better version of myself. I would also like to thank my Corona Chamber family. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Next to the next introduction is a former recipient of the Rising Star Award, which she will present right now. Please welcome Kathleen Ray.
Good evening, everyone. Each year, the Corona Chamber honors an emerging leader with the Rising Star Award. This is typically someone nominated by their employer, peer, or a client for demonstrating tremendous promise in their industry and in the community. I was privileged to be the first recipient of this award back in 2015 at age 48, while at that time our recipient was just a sophomore in high school, which just goes to show you can rise at any age. This year it is a privilege to honor Giovanni Nelson of Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial with the 2023 Rising Star Award. Giovanni is a financial advisor with Modern Woodman and is also a part of our leaders program, the Young Professionals. He is very involved and has displayed extraordinary leadership traits in both his profession and within the group. I would like to add that Giovanni played basketball for and graduated from Centennial High back in 2017. From there, he attended UC Davis on a full scholarship and ultimately graduated from Portland State with a communication degree. And while he dreamed of playing basketball as a career, a knee injury redirected his path back to our community. Instead of shooting hoops, he's shooting for the stars, and at just 25 years old, I'd say the sky is truly the limit. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Kathleen, for the nice introduction. Appreciate that. Pretty honored and humbled to receive this award over the past year or so. We've done a lot of work, myself and a few others, of developing the young entrepreneur and young professional culture here in Corona. It's something that I'm looking forward to continuing, obviously, over the next couple of years, and I'm really excited about that. Sitting over there is my managing partner, Bennett Sperber, and my fiance, Morgan. Morgan, I appreciate you and everything that you've done here in my young career. This award is yours just as much as it is mine, so I really do appreciate and love you. Thank you.
Great. 25 years old.
1 second.
I've got headaches older than that, so.
One more. Awesome.
To make our next presentation, Making a Difference, I'm honored to bring up a board member who actually received this award a few years ago. Please welcome a gentleman that is a veteran for the military, an amazing individual. Please welcome David Brambilla.
Hey everybody, I think I'm here for 3 reasons. One, I'm a past recipient, I'm a veteran, and I can roll my R's. So for 2023 Making a Difference Award is specific to the idea of helping others and bringing much needed assistance or recognition, situation or events, and honor to the Making a Difference Award. Danny Arona, Side Action Apparel, is this year's honoree. He's a founder and visionary for Side Action Apparel. Danny's unique designs, our creativity, are admired by many who purchase his products. Noted in his nomination, Danny has been important to the fabric of law enforcement, especially with tragedies within our community. Danny designs clothing with a graphic and name of an officer who's been killed and presents the family with the proceeds from these special items. He also organizes and fundraises that will directly benefit those families affected by such tragedies. While all law enforcement agencies mourn the loss of a colleague, Danny is busy creating beautiful artwork to honor the fallen officer and pay tribute to them, with their family receiving the proceeds. Danny is a strong supporter of our military, as he is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. He is a patriot, a former law enforcement officer. He still has a tremendous bond with the industry he worked with for 20 plus years. Congratulations to Side Action Apparel for making a difference in our community.
Hey guys, how are you? And thank you very much, Corona Chamber, for the award. Really appreciate it. And this is a little tall because I'm a short guy here, so just want to say hi to my wife over there, my crew. But we started this. Well, I started this a while ago. I think at the time I was working in the narcotics unit, and I get off of work, and we'd had some tough days, and I'd be in the garage, and my wife would be like, "Oh, instead of drinking all day, maybe you should try something else, right?" And so I started. I've always been in drawing, designing, and in the garage I started screen printing, and my wife would put it on eBay, and I mean, lo and behold, people started purchasing these shirts. I couldn't believe it. So then, as things went on throughout the years, we got bigger. We moved into a warehouse, and I was still working in the narcotics unit at the time, and it just made life a lot easier, and I had something to focus on instead of the bad. And just want to say thank you to my wife over there. I love you. And I mean, we've now grown into a position where we can give back to my community, which I spent 23 years in LAPD. And don't say nothing bad about them. I already know. Now today we've raised, I don't know my chief operator over there, but somewhere around $200,000, and the whole gamut of giving back to each family when a fallen officer, and e-commerce is big right now. So we do give back, and it's such an awesome feeling when the family's there, and you're there with the mother and or the father or whoever it is, and you're giving something special to these people, which not just a tribute shirt, but you're showing your care. Even 2 weeks, months, a year later, you see that family somewhere at a gas station, and you see someone wearing that tribute shirt, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's my son right there." So it's just a special feeling. And anyways, thank you very much, Side Action Apparel, and if you need any shirts printed, reach out. And I wouldn't, shameless plug, sorry guys. All right, thank you.
Absolutely amazing stories, an amazing individual there, and so appropriate that he paid tribute to his wife. All the guys in the room probably can agree we wouldn't be where we are without our wives. So let's give it up for the women. So a few years ago, a group within the chamber kind of went dormant, and that was the ambassador program. But I was so proud when Desiree Ramirez, who is Vice President of Operations and Membership Services for us, was able to step forward and say, "Hey, I'll take that on. It's time that we get ambassadors back enrolled." And she's going to go ahead and share a little bit about it, but would you please give her a round of applause, Desiree Ramirez.
Thank you, Bobby. I just want to thank y'all for joining us tonight as we come together to recognize and celebrate an outstanding individual who has been selected as the Corona Chamber of Commerce's Ambassador of the Year. This prestigious award is not merely a token of appreciation, it is a symbol of dedication, leadership, and the embodiment of the values that define the very essence of our chamber. Tonight, we have the privilege of honoring an individual who has truly gone above and beyond in their commitment to fostering growth, collaboration, and success within our community. This year's Ambassador of the Year is Ray Somersono with Signorama. Signorama is a full-service sign center that makes custom signs for your business, such as banners, box signs, digital graphics, and more. Ray understands the power of connection. He has been the driving force behind numerous networking events creating opportunities for our members to forge meaningful relationships that go beyond the confines of business transactions. His ability to bring people together has been instrumental in building a cohesive and supportive business community. He has been a tireless advocate for giving back, dedicating his time and his resources to various chamber programs and events that have made such a positive impact. As an ambassador, Ray has played a pivotal role in the growth and success of businesses within our chamber. His leadership has inspired others to reach new heights in our ambassador program, creating a ripple effect that has strengthened the fabric of our business community. Please join me in expressing our sincere congratulations and gratitude for his exceptional contributions to our business community, Ray Somarasono.
That was the nicest thing anybody ever said about me.
Except your wife.
So, good evening, everybody. Just want to say something short. About a month before I opened my business, Sinorama Corona, I decided to join the chamber. So we're not even open yet, and I decided to reach out. And as a business, we strive to provide quality signage and services to other businesses. This turned out to be the best decision I've ever made. So I would like to thank Bobby, Desiree, and the rest of the chamber staff for welcoming me and being an advocate to businesses. And my fellow ambassadors, if you guys are here, wave your hands, everybody. Fellow ambassadors, there you go, for your love and support. And last but not least, my beautiful wife. Say hi, honey. Who always put up with me through ups and downs, and I love you. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray. Congratulations. Our next presentation is for the Nonprofit of the Year. And Corona is very fortunate to have in our region over 500 nonprofits that do things every single day. To introduce our Nonprofit of the Year, please welcome our 2024 Board Chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano.
Thank you, Bobby. It is my honor to introduce a group of amazing women. This group, Support Sisters, was founded by the late Kathy Azevedo, who was a good friend of mine who passed a few years ago. These women are amazing. I've been fortunate enough to work with them, helping them with their walk that they'll speak of. Adriana, I've known since we were like that old. And this group is amazing. They'll speak to what they do. But if I have a patient come in that's diagnosed with breast cancer or gynecologic cancer, they're amazing. They go with them to their appointments. They go to their house. They help buy food, groceries, wigs, bras, whatever they need. It is their time volunteering, and I've never seen a group do what they do here in town. So it's my honor to say thank you. And Sports Sisters, come on up.
Thank you so much. We are so humble and honored to be chosen for this year's Nonprofit of the Year award. There's so many women that are affected by breast cancer, and a lot of times they cannot work, and we assist them with medical bills, groceries, gas cards, whatever they need. Sometimes we drive them to the doctors ourselves. And I want to introduce the most incredible board. We have Lynn Johnson, Candy Leach, Mindy Flory, Stacy Nicola, who all of you already know, Chris Dubois, and Annalisa Schlarman. We are all either survivors or we have the genetic mutation for breast cancer. And once you've been diagnosed with any kind of cancer, as many of you know, it changes you. And you realize that you need to get out there and you need to help others. And that is one of the most meaningful things that you can do, and it helps you to heal. I want to thank the Chamber, Bobby Spiegel, and Dr. Peritano for nominating us. This is just incredible. We're so honored. And the entire Spiegel family, in fact. They help us with our walk, our Combat Cancer Walk, once a year. Every single one of the family members comes out and volunteers. This past year, we were able to raise $100,000 at our walk. So when you consider that we assist women in Corona Norco Eastvale and surrounding areas, that's a lot. We had about 40 to 50 women. So each woman got a lot. And sometimes we help women that are stage 4 for years. And I also want to mention Kathy Azevedo, who I know is looking down on us right now and just cheering us on. She is our late president, Stacy Nicola's mom, who went through breast cancer, and Stacy did as well. And she was our cheerleader. She said, "You can do it. You got to do it. You got to keep going." And so here we are, and we thank you so much. October 21st. No. Let me look.
You know, I'm going to email out to all of you the date of the next walk, okay? That's
Saturday of October.
Third Saturday in October, so.
Thank you.
Let's give it up again for the support sisters. So at this time, we're going to start our installation of officers. And I'd like to call on the Honorable Karen Spiegel and the Honorable Kelly Ciarto. They're going to tag team the installation and the administering the oath. While they are coming on up, I'm going to introduce the different officers and the board. 2024 Board Chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano with Integrated Medical Center of Corona. 2024 Chair-elect Chad Miller with Agility Health. Is he still here? Because his daughter's going to give birth any moment. So, okay, that is commitment. 2024 Vice Chair Kathy Armstrong, Do It American Manufacturing Company, LLC. 2024 Treasurer Ruth Jaffe with Kaiser Permanente. 2024 Vice Chair of Finance, Sam Itani, Corona Regional Medical Center. Immediate past Chair, Dean Safe, CarStar All-Star Collision. Board members, Paul Bender-Badesha, Express Employment Professionals. David Brambilla, Creative Marketing. Sam Buenrostro, Corona Norco Unified School District, our Superintendent. Adam Cancellaria, Veg Fresh Farms. Grace Clark of Grace Clark CPA. Now that's what I'm talking about. Right there, she brought a cheerleading squad. All of you others need to start doing what Grace's table did. Marta Cortez with Eduardo Mexican Restaurant. John DiGirolamo with DFI Insurance. Barb Goodrich Wealth with Vulcan Materials Company. Dr. Tim Gramling, the Dean of Jabb School of Business at Cal Baptist University. Dr. Monica Green, President of Norco College. Okay, you guys got a little light on that. We're going to try it now on this one. Barry E. Knight of BEK Group. Where are you at? Barry's on his way up. Okay. You are not allowed to stand next to Paul Bender. Should have been at Good Morning Corona. Brand new to our board also is Carly Lee with Troy Lee Designs. Kim Mabon with Creative by Design. Jeff Miller Insurance Agency. Javier Montez, Flower Hub. Cisco Perez, Luna Modern Mexican Restaurant. Lily Cuero with Waste Management. John Wygant with Western States Financial Services, Inc. And our liaison for the NAVSE Corona Division, retired Captain Corey Shedd. Supervisor and State Senator, you're on.
Are we on?
Always on.
We're on, buddy. Okay. Being part of the Board of Directors is a very prestigious position. The Corona Chamber of Commerce is the voice of the business community, providing resources and prosperity. The Corona Chamber's theme was driven for success under Dean Safe's leadership in 2023. Your board and professional staff truly excelled in this area. Now tonight we begin with Dr. Anthony, okay, he spelled it out for me, Pierre Tan O's.
You don't know by now.
Those of you who don't know, that's my daughter's boss. Now he's my husband's boss and my daughter's boss. Okay, for Leadership 2024, and his theme is, everybody see their coins on the table? We've got your back.
Maybe I should have handled the first page. The Corona Chamber represents over 50,000 jobs in our region. This chamber's core competencies are creating and sustaining a strong local economy, promoting the community, providing networking opportunities and business referrals for its members, and representing the interest of business with government, and, this is really important, promoting political action to ensure a
favorable business climate. Wait a minute, why didn't you want to say that? You're the one in Sacramento. Oh, got it. Each of you know and understand your duties as outlined in the policies and bylaws. Have you all read those? Oh, okay, okay. Keep in mind that Corona Chamber of Commerce belongs to the members, all of you. You are merely holding the position of authority as a representative for the betterment of the business community and your membership. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. Therefore, in accordance to the policies and bylaws of the Corona Chamber of Commerce,
understanding your specific roles, duties, and obligations to serve and keep the chamber growing and prospering, do you accept those responsibilities?
Yes.
That's where I pause for the answer. All of you have answered in the affirmative, you get to stay. With the power vested in us, we now install you as the 2024 Board of Directors and officers for the Corona Chamber of Commerce.
So we want you guys to kind of group together. We're going to get a group photo. Karen on one side.
Group together. We already are.
Karen.
Come on.
Karen on one side. Come on, Dave.
Oh, short break.
Come on up.
It doesn't match my suit.
I'm even in heels.
Here we go, guys. There he is.
Look here. One more. Give me 1 second. Let me move this mic here. Okay.
Mike is in the way. Mike is in the way. Hey, Mike. That guy. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. 10 more. Nope.
For all your hard work. Thank you. I got the beer. Step on up, young means. We're giving our other.
Hey, the senator is trying to talk.
I'm not speechless. Dr. Puritano, witnessing the dedication and commitment from your board and officers that were just installed, as well as your professional chamber staff, we are confident the Corona Chamber of Commerce will continue to be the voice of businesses and provide resources for prosperity under your leadership. Legislative outreach, there it is again, has become a stronger voice locally in Sacramento and in Washington, D.C. Your efforts in leading the chamber this year are important to all businesses. You have worked for years preparing for this day. Not that other stuff you do, but this day right here.
We should have Tiffany up here. You are perfect for this position. Realizing your dedication to finding solutions for businesses, working with companies to enable their success, improving the community, all combined brings a natural understanding of this year's theme, We've Got Your Back. Watching you over the years in numerous organizations, expanding your businesses, those you know he keeps expanding, your willingness to help others, you are truly an inspiration.
So, are you ready to accept the position of board chair?
Yes.
That's where I pause again, let him answer. He's answered in the affirmative, you get to stay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. You can be right here next to me.
I'm just looking at your mouth.
When I say my name, you insert your name, please. I, Kelly Ciarto,
I, Anthony Puritano,
do solemnly pledge
do solemnly pledge
that I will uphold the policies and bylaws
that I will uphold the policies and bylaws
of the Corona Chamber of Commerce,
of the Corona Chamber of Commerce,
and I will further continue
and I will further continue
He's not looking now.
short-term memory.
The tradition set forth of being the voice of the business community.
The tradition set forth of being the voice of the business community.
And providing resources for prosperity.
And providing resources for prosperity.
Furthermore, I will utilize the theme,
Furthermore, I will utilize my theme, We've Got Your Back,
for embracing all challenges, opportunities, and turning
for embracing all challenges, opportunities, and turning
Go ahead.
Lemons into lemonade.
I do so willingly and without reservation.
I do so willingly and without reservation, so help me God.
With the power vested in both of us, we now install you as the 2024 board chair for the Corona Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, wait. Oops. You have to go back.
Here, look here. One more. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is.
All right.
I'm waiting for the lights behind you.
Well, thank you, everybody. So everybody having a good time tonight? All right, now, when I throw a party, you notice how we had dessert on the table before we started? That's just how we roll. But good evening, everybody. Thank you for your time being here tonight. I'm at a little bit of a loss because I don't have Paul Bender's accent, so saying lovelies doesn't really quite sound the same coming from me. I definitely don't have Dean's hair, but I'm a lot cooler up here than I think he was. He was sweating up there pretty good. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your lives to be here tonight with the Corona Chamber of Commerce. I absolutely love this town and the people in it. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Anthony Peritano, as you heard. I just want to share a few things about myself. I've been here my whole life, went to kindergarten at Cornita Elementary School and graduated from Corona High School way back in 1985. God, that sounds old now. So exactly, we got other Corona grads here. I met my beautiful wife, Tiffany, at In-N-Out Burger here in Corona, where we both worked. And there's a few other In-N-Out Burger employees. In fact, our Councilman Speak worked with us also back in the day. John Wygant worked in the day, more to come. We've been married for 32 years and have 3 amazing children. My oldest, Alexandria, is with us tonight. My other daughter and son are in St. George, Utah, where they're attending college. I'm incredibly lucky to have the best parents in the world that anyone can ask for here with me tonight as well. My brother-in-law, Robbie, from the Mighty Docs, and my nephew, Guy, who made the honor roll this week, guys. Okay? All right. So after completing my undergraduate degree at Cal Poly Pomona, I went on to receive my doctorate from LA College of Chiropractic. I then began working at a chiropractic office here in town founded by Dr. Mahaffey, which he founded over 82 years ago. Long story short, it's one of the oldest, longest running businesses here in town. And we've expanded to 9 offices throughout the Inland Empire and expanded to integrated multidisciplinary medicine. So why am I up here, taking on the role as chairman of the Chamber of Commerce? Well, every year Wikipedia introduces new words every year that have been submitted and accepted into its dictionary. For example, this year the word catfluencer is now a real thing. So, I know, right, go figure. My wife may be catfluencer. I've submitted a new word myself. It could be used as a noun, an adjective, or a verb. It is spiegeled. So, you see why I'm up here. I got spiegeled, okay? So, but in all seriousness, I hope everybody in the room understands what the Spiegel family is to this town. They're everywhere. They're volunteering their time. They love this community. They've helped this community thrive, and I love them. They're like family to me. Aside from being spiegeled, I've been a member of the Chamber Board for over a decade, and I'm here to tell you the main reason why I agreed to chair the board this year is that we have the most amazing set of individuals on our board represented here tonight that you saw standing up here. They come from diverse backgrounds, but all are incredible leaders and volunteer multiple hours a week to work behind the scenes to help better the business community in Corona. And again, they're here volunteering time to help your business, and you're not even aware of what's happening, but they're there digging in the trenches. So humor me for a moment, okay? I want to discuss a comparison I use frequently with my 4 amazing new partners here at my table with me tonight and our team at Integrated. We understand how difficult at times it could be, how difficult times could be owning and running our businesses here in the state of California. There's times we feel we're being hit from every side, from costs to regulations and whatnot. Those are the times sometimes we feel alone and unable to push back on what we think is unfair. And I'm sure we can go around the room and we've had dozens of those type of examples. This is where the chamber comes in. One voice alone is rarely heard. But looking at this room, you understand we have over 800 businesses in the Corona Chamber of Commerce. The average number of those businesses have over 30 employees. That's over 3,000 voices That's powerful if you can unify and unite those 3,000 voices into one common action. That's powerful. One AA battery doesn't power a lot, right? But when those batteries are put into a circuit and aligned, a half dozen of those same AA batteries can power most electronics. Can you imagine 3,000 AA batteries? We can do a lot if we work together and get engaged. I think you understand where we're coming from. We're stronger together. However, we must organize and participate and create under one voice. This year, there's 3 priorities that I'm bringing to the Chamber Board with our Chamber. We've come up with these 3 priorities. First, we will become more influential in the political landscape in our region. And we can only do that with you. The only way we can do this if we're united and work together, as I said. We are starting our Business Emergency Response Team, also known as BERT, the acronym BERT, which is a unit that will be put in motion when there's an issue one of our businesses need us to help them with, whether it's local, regionally, state, etc. We will be there to help you with that. There's more to come on BERT. You will be hearing about that in the next quarter. So we're here. Okay. Also, our Legislative Action Committee meets every month on the second Wednesday, and guess what? Lunch is free. Okay? In fact, this coming up is on Valentine's Day, and it's going to be Love a Cop. We are going to have our police chief, Newman, there, who's an amazing human being who I've got to know for many, many years, and he will be there. So the LAC, as these committees are called, at those meetings, you have our local city council people, our representatives from the state House and Senate, transportation, fire, police, gas, and water. These individuals are at these meetings on most dates, and when you come and learn the issues that we're trying to fight on your behalf, wouldn't it be smart if you had an issue with the gas company, show up. Go there, speak to them, address it. They're there to help, but you need to participate. So show up at the LAC meetings the second Wednesday. And did I say lunch was free, right? Okay. And even got those garlic knots, Graziano pizza. Some time, sorry. Secondly, I want to engage the Hispanic community in general, much less the Hispanic business community. The Hispanic community is over 50% of the population here in Corona. And it creates an opportunity to work together for a common goal. So we have formed a sub-hoc committee that we're going to be moving forward. Please reach out if you're interested. Lastly, We Got Your Back is my logo. Obviously speaking to the chiropractic thing. But we truly want to help your business for whatever you need. Please contact the Chamber for anything you need. If we can't help, we'll know where to send you. In short, we have your back. You can see the little challenge coins that are listed on your table. Those are a little gift for you. At the very end, as you leave tonight, we'll have another gift for you. The biggest thing I need you to really take from this is engage in the Chamber. We have different committees based on your profession, manufacturing, healthcare, restaurant, etc. Participate in the communities. We need you. And it's not a big obligation. It just isn't. It's once a month, perhaps at most. So please engage. When you leave here tonight, it's easy to get caught up in what you need to do for business tomorrow, but remember what you got to do. Get engaged at the Chamber. You have a partner that you didn't even know. So everybody, please have a safe night driving home. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. This is an amazing group of people. I mean, look around this flipping room. You guys are pretty good looking. I don't even have my glasses on. Maybe that's why I don't. But I appreciate everybody in here. Thanks for supporting the Chamber. Get engaged. We need you. Thank you.
So we are not finished yet. We do have some awards to give out, but man, oh man, Dr. P, thank you so much for sharing. Spiegeled, huh? Okay. When he said he had a word that was a noun, a adverb, all of that, I was thinking of the shorter version of fire truck, but that's okay. So you'll get that on the way home, I am sure. So we're now going to recognize a group of businesses. We are the Chamber of Commerce. We've got business awards that we want to recognize some people. So what I'd like to do is have some people that are presenting on my right and the ones that are receiving the awards on my left. So the Corona Chamber is fortunate to have numerous businesses that day in and day out work hard for the betterment of the business community. Many businesses are family-owned, and some are large corporations, but all provide employment. They create vision, as well they create jobs. Building a strong community, many are truly driven for success. And remember, this year we've got your back. So to present from the stage, please welcome the presenter for the, let me just see where I'm at on this. Thank you. I don't know why this is out of order, but okay, we'll just roll with this. There it is. For healthcare, please welcome the CEO for Corona Regional Medical Center, Sam Matani.
I'm not the one receiving the award, but thank you for the applause. I appreciate it. Did you notice they didn't give me a script? So I'm up to make it up as I go. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't have to make anything up. I'm really honored, and it's my pleasure to present the Healthcare Business Award for this year for Central Medical Community Clinic. And before I introduce my friend Andy, I gotta share a little bit of experience with you guys. As Bobby said, I'm the CEO at Corona Regional Medical Center. We discharge a lot of patients that don't have physicians to follow up with them. And when we wanted to solve this problem, we made a phone call to Central Medical to see if they're willing to assist us. And Andy, my friend Andy, didn't hesitate. He brought his whole team to Corona Regional and offered all his clinic to receive those patients and take care of them as they're being discharged. Central Medical is a non-for-profit healthcare clinic. It's a 501c clinic. They're committed to serve those who are underserved and those who have communication challenge. They have multiple locations. They are here in Corona, Riverside, Los Angeles. They are also committed to serve the homeless population. They have a vital relationship with the Homeless Solution Department at the City of Corona, and they are actually in the homeless shelter itself. They're the clinic in the homeless shelter itself, which is a great accomplishment for any clinic for that matter. And the reason all this is happening is because they're led by an amazing, compassionate, mission-driven, innovative CEO, my friend Andy. Andy, it's my honor to present you this pleasure.
Well, let's go.
Yeah. Originally, you said I wasn't going to say anything, but I guess that's not true. Thank you, Chamber. It's really an honor to receive an award such as this. I'm really happy to be a part of the solution with the homeless population in Corona. I'm really thrilled that we dropped the homeless population by 32%. That helps all the local businesses with the homeless outside their doorsteps. Also gives the citizens a roof over their head. That's really special. I was hired about 5 years ago to keep the clinic open. For some of you who don't know, we've been around 24 years. And 5 years ago, we're on the brink of closing. So this is really a milestone for me. And for my super staff, my two warriors there, Christine and Samar, raise your hands. In 2019, we saw 8,000 patients for a whole year. 2023, we closed with 56,000 patients. Our doors are open. Hopefully you don't need us, but if you do, we're here. We got your back.
That's awesome. We're so excited and honored that you're part of our chamber. To introduce our manufacturer of the year, please welcome Chad Miller.
One more.
Well, hello everyone. It is my honor and great privilege to present this Award of Excellence in Manufacturing for 2023 to a local company that's been here for over 43 years. Troy Lee Designs is a world-renowned action sports apparel and custom paint company. And they've been calling Corona home, like I said, for 43 years, or over 43 years. At the ripe old age of 12 years old, Troy harnessed his love and passion of racing and art, and he was able to turn both of those passions into a successful business. Now, 45 years later, his name and his art is known by some of the best athletes in the entire world. So please help me in congratulating Troy Lee Designs on the Award of Excellence in Manufacturing. His daughter Carly is here to accept this award on his behalf as he is traveling on business today.
Thank you, Bobby and the board, Chad, everyone, for the recognition. Our company, TLD, takes pride in products that we manufacture, some being here locally in Corona in our custom paint shop, and others across the globe in Portugal, Italy, the UK, Taiwan, and on the East Coast. We always strive to be an industry leader, and I'm proud to say that we are. We are recognized for our protection and safety products. We've been recognized by Virginia Tech, MIT, and a few other universities that test our products. 43 years ago, this company started by my father in Corona and was based in the Corona airport, in an airport hangar. Now we are established in the old Gala lumber building off Main and Rincon. And along with that, we've added retail stores throughout Canada, Brazil, France, and I think that's it, in Corona and Laguna Beach. We also are partial owners in the factories that build our helmets and other protective gear, which is awesome. It's truly an honor to be recognized by the community that we employ people from and the community that I've grown up in and have been educated in. I've been in this company since I was a little girl. My first job, I've moved with other jobs, but I've worked in every department besides design. I just want to say thank you to the community that supported us and continues to support us. We strive for excellence. We strive to not only work with our athletes, but for our weekend warriors, our enthusiasts, mountain bike, motocross racers, car racers, and your everyday cyclists. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Carly. To recognize our Retail Business of the Year, please welcome former board chair, still on our board, Kim Maybon with Creative by Design.
Good evening, everyone. Representing the retail sector is Cardinale Way Hyundai, who will be honored for their exceptional service and consistent follow-through. The phrase, "we develop outstanding relationships where everybody wins," is displayed at each of their locations. Customers visiting their website will find helpful information, while those that visit dealerships' locations will find helpful, knowledgeable staff. All of them are committed to not only helping customers discover the right vehicle, but also assisting in choosing the right financing options. They work to continue their dedication by continuing the customer relationship with outstanding maintenance service, leading to being their trusted car dealership for many years. One of our nominations told this story. We own 2 Hyundai vehicles that were nearing the end of our 100,000-mile warranties. The team at Cardinale suggested that we bring in our vehicles. They found transmission challenges with one of them and engine challenges with the other. Without hesitation, they installed new parts and even provided us with rental cars. Another nomination praised the company, saying, Cardinale Way has immersed themselves in the Corona area. They are a faith-based organization and help local nonprofits, such as Angels Over Cliffs, an organization focused on helping the homeless population to transition back to stable and productive lives. Cardinale Way provides hundreds of local jobs and has recently remodeled the location for Hyundai while building their newest dealership of Cardinale Way Genesis, which joins their existing Volkswagen and Mazda dealerships. Cardinale Way is a valuable asset to the Corona Chamber of Commerce as well as the city of Corona. Please congratulate with me, Cardinale Way Hyundai.
look here. One more. Great.
Hi there, my name is Joyce McCarter. I'm the general manager here at Cardinale Way Hyundai, and I am proud to say that I'm standing here representing one of our 4 dealerships, and I've been with the company for 10 years. Aside with me is going to be Scott Jackson, our executive, and Aaron Martinez, our parts and service director. So part of here at Cardinale Way is we stand by our 2 core values, family and integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is looking. I could definitely say it's something that we take seriously. And when it comes to family, the city of Corona is our family. When it comes to making decisions, when we have a Corona resident, we make sure that we take those seriously. So again, thank you so much for honoring us tonight. One thing that we don't advertise is the stuff that we've done within the community. In the last 10 years, not only have we worked with the homeless, but we've definitely helped those who can deeply benefit from what we can give back to the community. And we continue to do so, and we will. We are a Christian faith-based organization. It is something that we will never shy away from, and we are proud to be a Christian organization. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the recognition, and we will continue to do what we do best. Not only is that keeping America on wheels, but it's here to be a profitable business and one to serve. Thank you so much.
So tell me how many women do the general manager position with Cardinale Way?
I am the only and first.
And she rocks the house. An amazing lady and an amazing company. At this time, I'd like to bring up the owner of On-Site Computing, Frank Barbarossa, who's actually rebirthed the Techo Tuesday, the innovation program through the Corona Chamber, and he's going to introduce our Innovation and Technology Award winner. Frank.
Good evening, everyone. Home of the Navy, Marine Corps, Army, and Air Force installation, the Inland Empire is the geographic center of the largest concentration of military power in the nation. When expanding its tech bridge network, the Navy selected the Naval Surface Weapons Warfare Center, Corona, to be the anchor command for our Inland Empire tech bridge. The Naval Surface Warfare Center, Corona, strategic partnership with academic, government, and industry support the command's mission set of performance and readiness assessment, measurement science and collaboration, and range system engineering for live virtual constructive training. Located in Norco, our tech bridge sits among a growing innovation ecosystem and is perfectly positioned to help activate the region for innovation and economic development. We are very blessed to have this new center in our backyard, and we want to thank Congressman Calvert and all those involved with bringing this center to our backyard. This is going to create a lot of new jobs, and it's going to create economic growth in our region. I'd now like to introduce the director of the Inland Empire Tech Bridge, Troy Clark, who's been with the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Corona, for the last 20 years.
Bobby said, sing my talk. So, yeah, I think this is the 3rd time I've been up here, so I think I've been thrice spiegeled. Thank you, Bobby. Really want to thank the Chamber for this tremendous honor. Totally surprised by it. But as you heard the Admiral talk about, the tech bridges are created as a partnership model. It's a partnership between the Navy, our academic partners, our small businesses, our startup community, our local governments, our venture capital, really to pursue dual-use technology to help our warfighters, but also help the private sector. So 3 quick examples of dual-use technology that have all impacted our lives. Radar, GPS, and the internet. So that just is a quick example of the power of what defense technology, how it can be commercialized in the private sector. I especially want to thank our partners that have been tremendous. We have our Riverside County, Karen Spiegel, I saw Rob Moran over there, and Riverside Community College Districts. Thanks to them, they've partnered to provide a facility where we can collaborate with those academic partners and small businesses and startups, and it's right there in Norco. Also want to thank Mayor Bash for being a tremendous champion within the city of Norco. He sits on our Innovation Council and advises our team as we work to create a Crucible Innovation Accelerator. So any Marines in the house, the Crucible is the capstone. You know this is the capstone boot camp exercise that you have to go through. So this is in honor of you, named it the Crucible. I'm proud to say that we've got 8 new startups, and we have 8 existing startups that are going through our very first cohort, our pilot. One in particular I'd like to call out to you. Licensed a patent from our federal laboratory there in Norco. The person who started the company is a Navy SEAL veteran. The application of that is basically using, it's going to distill drinking water out of seawater using the temperature gradients within the ocean. And we've got great application for that on San Clemente Island. The Navy has as a range. So tremendous, and I'm proud to say that they're starting in Corona. It's a great example of marrying the federal laboratories with private sector to address military problems, but also with applications into the private sector. So I want to thank all our academic partners, UC Riverside, Cal State San Bernardino, Cal Baptist, Riverside Community College District campuses, the Corona Norco Unified. Through this partnership model, we are going to drive and change the perception of the Inland Empire into Innovation Empire. And you can watch the news every day and you see what's going on around the world. It's just getting crazier, and the potential risk to our national defense, the intensity that we have to get after this and spread the leadership of American national defense against our competitors. And to kind of bring that home, I want to introduce our commanding officer, Captain Mike Aina, to talk about the work that we do at NSWC Corona and what we're doing around to maintain the fight around the world. Captain.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to say, as Troy's commanding officer, and on behalf of myself, our technical director, Ms. Diane Cosso, and the entire division, Troy, congratulations on your accomplishment. It is well-deserved, it is earned, and thank you for your relentless pursuit of everything innovation-related to help bring horsepower to our warfighters, bring them home alive after a victory, and also everything you're doing for the local community, the businesses, the industry. Bring that partnership together so it's a win-win for all sides, okay? Secondly, I'd like to channel Admiral Verhaeg for a second and say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce, Corona Chamber of Commerce, for your unconditional partnership and advocacy over the years. It's absolutely invaluable, and it's absolutely invaluable and priceless, the contributions you have made to keep us in the Inland Empire, keep us producing for the warfighter, and keep us in the backyard so we can work with the other partners that Troy mentioned, like the universities, the industry, academia, to keep building that circle that it's going to take to keep the nation number one. Okay? Then in closing, and to add a little relevance and context to what Troy alluded to just a minute ago, you see the news right now, right? Things going on in Europe, the Middle East, China, that part of the world. If you look at the news in the Middle East, you see things in the news on the ship about things in the news about ships at sea right now, 24/7, 365. USS Gravely, USS Thomas C. Hudner, USS Carney, USS Mason, Ike Strike Group, Ford Strike Group, right? Ford Strike Group was the first one on station after the Israeli-Hamas conflict began in October. And our ships have been standing watch there ever since. And you know what's happening right now. Your team in Corona, your base in Corona is supporting those warfighters day in and day out to make sure that they survive, they come home alive, and they're ready to go out again next time around. So I want to say thank you very much for that. Troy, congratulations again. And let's keep after it. Go Corona, go Navy, and God bless the USA. Okay?
One more.
I'd like to bring up now Ruth Jaffe, who's on our board. She's going to make the next presentation. Ruth, this is for the Service Industry Award. Please welcome Ruth.
Okay, so I am honored to present the Service Industry Award. The Service Industry Award of Excellence is being presented to Allied Pest Control, a pest management business operating in the greater Corona area. It is a woman business started in 2001 by Nancy Capilano, who still heads the organization. Allied Pest customers brag about the marvelous service that they receive and the company's attention to detail. Protecting your home and family is their top priority, accomplished by delivering the services that count. Group members are confident that when they recommend Allied to their clients, vendors, and neighbors, that the referral will be handled with professionalism and care. Congratulations to the 2023 Business of the Year in the service industry, Allied Pest Control.
Hard to follow up that last speech. Good evening, everyone. My name is, like she said, Nancy Capilano, and I'm the owner and operator of Allied Pest Control. I started this company back in 2001 in Corona with just one truck and one dream. During some of those early years, I drove that one truck with my 3 little kids in car seats. Raising those kids who are now adults here sorry, it's emotional. They're huge contributors in why I continued running the business, especially the way that I did. It wasn't easy, but it was accomplished. Today, thanks to my husband, who has joined me in the last 6 years, I have 3 more children, and I'm still managing my home and my business life. Allied Pest Control is a family-owned company for over 20 years and has grown to over 1,000 customers, now serving Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange County. I'm proud to say that we're one of the best pest control businesses in the industry. Our mission has been to protect your home, your family, and your pets. And I normally don't do this, that's what I have in for. Sorry. Go Mama! We truly care about our customers and are always looking for new ways to deliver quality services at a fair and affordable price. None of this would be possible without the commitment from the past and present employees, who I very much value. A couple of them are here today. I'm truly thankful and grateful for all that you do, and receiving this award is truly a blessing. I'd like to thank the Corona Chamber of Commerce and all who are involved for their continued support, and most of all, our customers for their continued loyalty and all their referrals. Thank you, and God bless.
While they're taking that photo, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Barry E. Knight. I don't think he really needs an introduction, but let me tell you, this guy, when you hear his voice, you're going to say, oh my gosh. In fact, you can talk to Paul Bender. Where's Paul Bender at? Yeah, Paul Bender. Yeah, we should play that song, right? Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Barry E. Knight.
The 2023 Business of the Year West Coast Arborist, 2023 Business of the Year Sustainability Award goes to West Coast Arborists. They've been in business since 1972, and they are a family business for 52 years. And some of us don't like being around our family at home, but they get to work with each other. So I think they deserve a hand for just being 52 years in business as a family business. That's huge. Established in 1972, today they are providing professional maintenance and management services for over 330 municipalities and public agencies throughout this Inland Empire area. Through California and Arizona. They have been responsible for the pruning of over 500,000 trees, the removal of over 18,000 trees, and they have also planted over 14,000 trees. They work diligently in recycling trees into benches and objects that are often found at local nonprofit fundraisers such as those of Friends of the Corona Public Library. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome West Coast Arborists.
Well, he said about half the stuff I was going to say already. My goodness. You know, how do we compete with all the speeches and the great stuff that was going on in the communities, with the business that served the great community of Corona? I'm not only work for West Coast Arborists as one of the vice presidents, but I also am a resident here in the city of Corona. Me and my wife, Martha, over there, we've been living here in the city of Corona for close to 18 years. So it was a strange little story. It was about 20-something years ago. We were driving through. We went to her cousin's quinceanera over here in Norco, and I had said, man, if there was a place I want to live, it would be in Corona. Little did I know, 6 years later, we moved from Las Vegas to here, and it was one of the best decisions we ever made. Not only that, West Coast Arborists has been serving the city of Corona since 2003 on our official contract, but we've been in business since 1972, serving over 330 communities, just like the city of Corona. And when it comes to sustainability, what is sustainability? One is, yes, we do recycle, and we try to recycle the trees and put that stuff back in the communities we work, whether it's with benches, guitars for Taylor, our Fender, when they're using those woods to recycle those purposes. But our big sustainability is hiring people in the communities we work in. We have well over 30 employees that work for us that live in the city of Corona, but we have over 120 employees that live in the county of Riverside that work for us in this area. So our main thing is supporting the communities, not only who we work for, but the communities we live in. And we want to continue this, and we hope to be great supporters of the city of Corona, not just today, not just tomorrow, but 10, 15, 20 years from now. We'd like to thank you again. We appreciate it.
One more? Great. Thank you. Over here.
I'm looking over here to find you. I'm going to have to do a little better spiegling with you. So please welcome Dr. Peritano.
Do we want to raise the hands, whoever's been spiegeled in this room? Yeah, it's a lot of people in spiegeled. All right, it's my honor to speak to the 2023 Business of the Year for Financial Services, Western States Financial Investment. John Wygant has served on the Chamber Board for many years. He is the MC for Good Morning Corona. He does need to work on the jokes, but he's getting better. He's an amazing human being, and that he's just not looking for someone with money to help manage. Even if it's someone that's 18 years old and trying to start, he will work with them, doesn't charge them, trying to give them some financial guidance. But it's tough. Okay? But more importantly, John is known for the coup of 1984. It was publicized in the Corona Norco Independent by Jerry Scoop, everybody knows Scoop, from back in the day, when I was 17 years old, working with John at McDonald's on Lincoln. He took about 6 of us and we all went over to In-N-Out Burger. And so that is John's claim to fame, but one of my very good friends. Welcome, John Wygant.
All right, thank you very much. Hey, we got to keep it awake here. We've only got 17 more presentations after me. So hang in there. I'm sorry about the glare. All right, so Now, I don't know if any of you caught when Anthony knows how to make money. So I got your back is a different meaning. Put 3 of these around your neck. My back went out. So guess where I'm going to be tomorrow? So anyway, I'm going to ignore his math when he added up 800 businesses at 30 businesses each.
I said over.
Yeah. That's 24,000, by the way. I went to Norco, not Corona, so we can do our math. I'm sitting next to Robbie, and I start pulling my calculator. He starts laughing because he already did it in his head.
That's why he's my financial guy. Okay?
Yeah.
I can walk away.
So I don't care if you can add, as long as you make money, I'll take it. So first I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, where I wouldn't be without. And the next most important person in my life after Jesus is my wife, Marlene. So we'll be married 30 years in May. Coincidentally, my 30 years in business is this year, so you want to know how to stay in business? Find a great partner in life, and I have the best. Thank you, honey. I also want to thank my friend and business coach, Randall Jones, right here, who's helped me take my business to the next level. I want to thank my clients, the Chamber of Commerce, and I love these young guys. I love Giovanni, and there's plenty of business for all of us. And I just love people like that want to give back. And I learned great examples in this community and this chamber about giving back. Anthony was a great example to me. When I was a young person in business, he was giving back all the time. And so I learned that. And so it's a great thing we can pass on. So anyway, that's all I've got. Let's see, 30 years. Bobby, appreciate it, chamber. I do want to read real quick my mission statement, why I exist. Western States Financial, we exist to create a life of freedom so you can pursue your dreams and live your God-given purpose. So thank you for this honor. Thank you.
So the comedy show never stops. So we've got one more business award, and then we're going to go into our Citizen of the Year, and then we'll be wrapping on up. But I think that everyone has stayed on schedule with us, and we so appreciate all of you for being here. But I want to bring up now Cisco Perez. Cisco is a board member with us. He owns Luna Modern Mexican Restaurant. He may even share a secret that's coming out. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. And he's here to introduce our new Business of the Year, and also a restaurant owner. And it's a very difficult business to be in. This guy here has done amazing things, and so is our honoree. Please welcome Cisco.
Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. I thought I'd change it up a little bit here. I first want to acknowledge something. When the chamber does their gala, it's so beautiful to see everybody dressed up, but especially the wives, girlfriends. I gotta say, I just look in the room and I know you guys spent a little time to get ready, but it's important to acknowledge that. So back in September of 2022, a couple and a business partner decided to open a restaurant. I called my sister and I said, let's go support this business. It's located in Corona, off of Foothill in Maine. And when I said the name of this business, my sister looked at me and said, another one? And I said, let's just give it a try. Well, we went, we tried it, and I gotta say, from someone in the industry, they did something very right. ETC Sushi and Thai Bites, they know what they're doing. Yes, round of applause. So as the night continued, at our table, I'm sitting with the owners and I didn't even know it. I never had the privilege of meeting them. And I see Missy and I see Jesse at the table, Jesse and Missy Kovac, and we start talking. So what a pleasure it is for me being a restaurant tour owner and to offer them the 2023 Startup Business of the Year.
All right, so thank you guys so much for being here. I'm the last to wrap this up in this category, I believe, but to start off, how crazy it is with Troy Lee being recognized, and I used to wash Troy Lee's cars in my first business in Corona at 18 years old. So my wife and I moved out here from Newport Beach about 2.5 years ago, March of 21, and my business partner and I, David, had a crazy idea at a lunch meeting to open up a restaurant. Everybody always asks us, how did you get into sushi? It literally started as an absolute wild idea. And then we opened up another business in the same year. So 2 businesses being opened in 1 year. And I just wanted to thank every single person that's here that supports us, the Chamber, Desiree, Robert, Bobby. Thank you guys so much for the support and everything that you guys do for us. And as you guys know, restaurants are a big community thing, a very community-driven opportunity, not a money maker, for lack of better words. So, but we wanted to do something kind of crazy. David, my business partner, has lived out here his whole life, and we wanted to do something for the community, and that's what we were trying to truly do from the get-go. So thank you guys, appreciate it.
So for all of those that are foodies in the community here, be sure and visit with Desiree. Like I said, I'll email out to all of you all the things that we've talked about, but save the date for June 25th. Oh, that's okay, the 22nd. We're gonna do our first Taste of Corona, and it will have all the eateries that are part of our chamber. So you'll get more information on that. That's what happens when I don't go when I go off script. Could I have all the elected officials come up front? Could I have Dr. Peritano and Dean Safe come up? I'd also like to invite all prior Citizens of the Year. If you were recognized, DeKaylee, as a Citizen of the Year, Linda White, our last year, please, let's give them a round of applause. The Montmezes, the Fletchers, Sylvia Fleming, Pat Miller, and I'm not going to call out any other names. If you were a Citizen of the Year, please come up to the front. As we're about to honor the Citizen of the Year, I just want you to know that it is so important. This gentleman that's going to be recognized tonight should have been Citizen of the Year years ago. However, he never stopped and he continues to give. Chris, I want to say thank you to your years of dedication to our community. Your business is noted to be the longest operating business in Corona, and you truly have inspired so many people. Your company and your employees learn all the different faiths and traditions and rituals to ensure that the person that is being buried, as well as their family, have the utmost respect and follow the laws that they are governed by. You've been such a blessing to so many people, especially at a time of need and grief. Your philanthropic outreach has been very impressive, and if I was to stand here and list all the different nonprofits that he has helped, we'd be here till, well, the taste of Corona. So I would like to, at this time, turn it over to Dean Safe. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Safe. I'm sorry, could we get Chris up here? I'm sorry. I got one job to do was bring you up, Chris. I'm sorry.
And he said most of the stuff I was going to say. So this year's awardee truly fits the criteria of Citizen of the Year, Chris Miller. Relocating to Corona when he was 8 years old, Chris Miller has grown up
in a very caring and philanthropic family. His family-owned business, Thomas Miller Mortuary and Crematory, is the longest-serving business in Corona's history. A tradition of providing support for families during their most challenging times, Chris has continued his parents' tradition of warmth and understanding to assist the families they serve. Chris and his late wife Rhonda were instrumental in supporting and funding of Crossroad Christian Church's food pantry. Their support has been a beacon of light to ensure the less fortunate be able to shop and receive quality food products. Chris recently traveled to Thailand, where he helped support the church's effort in breaking the cycle of prostitution through the Shears of Love program, which teaches women and men how to create income for their families without selling their bodies for sex. Chris is an active member of Circle City Rotary and served that organization for 2 years as its president. He has been a board member of Corona Chamber and is currently serving as president of Order of the Golden Rule, an international funeral home organization that supports independent funeral home owners around the world. Many have witnessed that Chris will open his checkbook to help fund a program, organization, or an individual, just because it needs to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome 2023 Citizen of the Year, Chris Miller.
Thank you. I just gotta take a breath because it's a little overwhelming to be here with all these other citizens of the year. You know, the Chamber's been around for over 113 years, and I'm one of 113 people that have this honor, and I'm totally honored and grateful to be up here this evening. But I couldn't do it with my Lord Jesus Christ also. He helps me every day serving the families that we serve in our community. But it's also with the support of my family. My 2 children are here tonight. I thank you, my sister, my mom. And I also have some of my staff here. And if it wasn't for my staff and my family supporting me, I wouldn't have the opportunity to give back to my community. It takes, to be a Citizen of the Year, you have to have citizens. And all of you have made me the Citizen of the Year. And I have just been blessed to give back. If it wasn't for the man upstairs blessing me and blessing our family, that's what it's all about, is giving the opportunity for others to do and achieve these wonderful things in life. And if I can touch my community, which I've done, I'm now beginning to touch people outside of our community and our world. And that's what I think we're all here for, is to make difference and spread love. So if we can all spread love, and Corona spreads a lot of love, because of all these people here tonight, we're one big community. And like Anthony said earlier, we take all of our businesses and all of our staff and all of our people and all of the people we serve, and we can make a difference. So I just want to thank you for this honor here tonight. I am truly honored. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you. One last shameless plug, just like I think Eugene had a shameless plug and somebody else had a shameless plug. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I have recently started a Facebook Live. Some of you have logged in. It's called Dialogues About Death. And I'm here to break down the mystique of our industry and answer questions and curiosities that you all may have. So tune in tomorrow at 9 on Facebook. I'll be there. It's always the first and third Friday of the month. So thank you very much. Good night.